Hello, today we are going to look at my pre-germinated Swedes and my pre-germinated parsnips growing in a raised bed. As you will see, the Swedes still have a bit more growing to do, so we will not be taking a Swede today. The only way we can check the growth of the parsnips is to take one. And that's what we're going to do in this video. See the germinated seeds at the start of the video, then meet me in the garden to see the end result in this start to finish video. And I've got some Swedes away in a raised bed simply by transferring pre-germinated seeds. Have a look at this clip from a previous video. These are the pre-germinated seeds. Now the root does tend to embed itself in the tissue, so you need to be careful when you tease these out. And hey, I hope you can see that, but that's one pre-germinated seed. This is where I've sown my pre-germinated Swedes. I've got this net on because I get a lot of birds in the garden and I just wanted to protect these until they got a bit bigger. I'm going to take the net off now and let you see them, but I don't know if you can see through the net from the camera angle, but every station that has a pre-germinated Swede sown in it, I've marked it with a white pebble. That allows me to determine if the seedling is growing on and where the weeds are. And when I water these, I only water the seedlings, I don't water the weeds. Right, let me take this cover off, give you a closer look. So I think the recommended spacing for Swedes is about 10 inches. But I'm going something like 6 inches. Okay. I'm going something like... that's more than 6 inches. No, it isn't. Yeah, it's about 6 inches. So I've 2 rows of Swedes growing there. As you can see, each station that's marked with a white pebble has a seedling. Hope you can see that. And these things in the middle here, I know that they're weeds because I've marked where the Swedes are. Before we check out the Swedes, let's just see what it says on the packet. Okay, so those are the Swedes. It's a Swede called Best of All. Let's turn this packet over. Okay, so looking at the timeline, the sowing dates for these Swedes outdoors here at Homegrown Veg in the United Kingdom was May, June and July. Now I've just looked at the ticket, and as you already know, these were pre-germinated, and I got them in at the back end of May, and we're now moving towards the back end of September. So they went in the summer months, and they're growing through now into the autumn months and perhaps beyond. But these vegetables will grow through into winter, so we should have no problems leaving them in a few months longer, should we? Okay, time to look at the Swedes. These are the Swedes. As you can see, that's a short row of 6, and in behind I think there's a short row of 5. I think I lost one. I'm really pleased with these Swedes now because they have been decimated by caterpillar. I've taken all the damaged leaves off, or most of them, and we've relocated the caterpillars. Now these Swedes are kicking on really nicely now, but it'll probably be another month or two before we actually take one. But those are the Swedes. Right, let's go over and have a look at these parsnips. Let's just see what it says about parsnips. Now this is a parsnip called Javelin. The packet's open, and the parsnip we're going to take today might be Javelin, but it might not. It might have actually come from an older packet of seeds that's now empty, and I've discarded the packet. So I can't guarantee that the parsnip you're going to see is a parsnip called Javelin. But let's have a look at the timeline on parsnips. It's the same irrespective of variety. Okay, there's our timeline. So we could plant these outdoors March, April and May. And I planted these out at the back end of May. So I was a wee bit late getting them out, but they were pre-germinated. And we can start harvesting these October, November, December in the winter months. But I just want to take one now. I just do. So I'm going to take one perhaps a few weeks sooner than I should do. But that'll give us an indication how well these parsnips are coming on, if indeed they are coming on well. And it'll give us confidence that if we leave the others to grow on a bit longer, we should get bigger and better parsnips. Does that make sense? I don't care if it does or it doesn't. I've said it, and I'm not reshooting this video. Right, let's go and take a parsnip. Okay, our first parsnip of the year. Probably a bit sooner and it should be harvested, but we're going to take it anyway because we can. I'll just move some of this soil from around it and hopefully free it up. I can tell already that this parsnip has forked because I'm quite a way away from the side of the parsnip and I'm catching roots. So who knows what it's going to look like when we get it out. Who knows? Right, I'm going to try it with the garden fork now. See if we can lift it. Oh, it doesn't want to come. Oh, it's come now. In fact, I heard a root snap, so there'll be broken roots when this shows itself, I'm fairly sure. Look at this, that's the one. I hope you can see that. That's the one that I was catching. I thought it had forked, but it hasn't. Wow, look at that. Come on, look at that. I hope you can see it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to wash this off and then we'll get a closer look at it. Boy, we're happy with that. That's a parsnip. Come on. I can span 9 inches. That's got to be, whoa, 15 or 16 inches long. We'll get the tape on it. Yeah, we'll get the tape on it. Right, I'll go and give this a wash. We'll get a closer look. Right, let's get this parsnip on the table. Wow. Hey, how about that? How about that? Right, first things first. Oh, by the way, that's what I hit with the fork when I was digging it up, and that's why I thought it had forked. It's just this little growth on top, didn't actually fork. Okay, first things first, let me show you this. That's the ticket that I've just found as I brought this up the garden. 28th of the 4th, pre-germinated. So I pre-germinated it on the 28th of the 4th, which was April. And I sowed the seeds sometime in May. Sometime in May this went into the raised bed. So it's been in the raised bed only about 4 months. And if you look at the packet, you'll see that these things can take 6 months, 9 months. They're a long duration vegetable. And on the other side, parsnip, javelin. Hey, so we know exactly what it is. It is javelin. Right, let's have a look at the length of this. Told you I'd get a tape, didn't I? I can't remember what I thought it was, but and I hope you can see this. Let me just turn it over slightly, see if it... Can you see that? I don't know. I'm on the wrong side of the camera. I don't know. But trust me, if you can't see it, it's 14 inches. Wow. That's a big parsnip. Hey, pre-germinating them gets them away quickly, doesn't it? You're not waiting for 3 weeks till they decide to break through. You've got them out there. They're up and running straight away. Just protect them from the birds until they get a bit bigger. Now, one thing I will say before I sign this video off. When I've grown parsnips before, lots of subscribers and visitors to the site have said that parsnips taste a lot better once they've had a frost. I don't know that they do. They usually don't get that far in my garden. And the other thing I would question is, how are you going to get one of these guys out if your ground's frosted? You're going to need dynamite to get one of these out if your ground's frosted. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know yours. Yeah, we're happy with this baby. We sure are. This is Homegrown Veg, signing out.